welcome to the first episode of 7 Days to Die. This video assumes that you are already familiar with the game, and if you're not, there will probably be a video link in the description going over a short tutorial and some basic knowledge of what the game is, and I'll probably make that at some later point. My goal of this episode is to give an introduction into the series and showcase off my base. The next few episodes after that will be about different things, probably some looting, some building, some talking about the game, things like that. Anyway, I want to give some history about myself in this game. I've been playing this game off and on since about Alpha 4, Alpha 5, which is years ago now. I was scrolling through videos on YouTube way back when in 2013, and I came across this game that looked halfway decent. It had building in it, and it had zombies, and it looked nice, or nice-ish. And there wasn't anything else on the market that was like it. I picked it up, and I've just sort of been in love with the game ever since. And it's come a long way since then. And despite being 4 years long in development now, it's still an alpha. But there should come a caveat along with that statement. This is an alpha, but it's a really well-made alpha for what it is. The developers obviously put a lot of heart and a lot of their soul into this. It's not optimized worth a crap right now, but it still looks great. It still plays great. There are minimum amounts of bugs with any meaningful impact. There's some annoying things here and there, but it's not really that big of a deal. Just real quick, just going over what I have. Now, I'm obviously on day 79 here, so I've been playing this game for quite a while. I was considering doing a fresh world to start the series off, but Alpha 16 it's not that far away. It's not that far away, and it's gonna bring some really interesting changes, and I want to play around with them and do some episodes off of there on this world since I've done so much in it. I've sank 100+ hours into this. It's been a lot of fun. And honestly, I'm still having a lot of fun playing it despite having overcome most of the major hurdles. And Alpha 16 is going to bring some more major ones into it. But I'll get into that later. For now, I'll just continue with the showing up more of my base. After getting the top of my base built, I started working on this tunnel, and we're gonna go and see where this tunnel leads. This has to do with another project that I started working on pretty early in my playthrough, but I've been working on it on and off. I've had to mix up my projects because some of them get so grindy that they take too long. This particular one was annoying just to dig this far out. And yes, that's a mini bike that sort of got lost. This is where it all leads out. So my base is up at the top of that hill. You go down, you come out here, and you see this. This is a project I wanted to work on pretty early. I wanted to build a base in the side of a mountain. Because, frankly, it sounded awesome. And I was pretty sure it would be doable, but it would just be a big pain. All of this was once one big mountain. And that took many in-game hours to clear out. I tried a combination of different things. TNT was actually the bad idea here. just got me killed, made me lose a bunch of items because a bunch of stuff collapsed on my backpack, and then GG all my work. One of the reasons this never got completed is because at the time I didn't have access to massive amounts of iron, and structural integrity in this game being what it is, you can only build so far out. And if I'm doing that, then this is more or less just going to be a bunch of concrete poles and a little bit of space in between. Overall, I think the design looks good. It needs something more. Now, the space you can build with any kind of metal in this game is 15 blocks out, I believe, compared to concrete, which gives 4. Now, the big reason I wanted to build this here, this particular mountain, is because that is the hub city right over there. So anytime that I wanted to, I could just come out here and go loot. That being said, there really isn't anything all that interesting in that hub city. It's a bunch of ruined buildings, a few working stiff tools, some food places I never get loot out of, a crack-a-book, there's a theater, a couple apartment buildings, some fun projects I could work on, but not anything spectacular. Much of this world has been, well, much of this area, I should say, has been deforested, harvested, or etc. All the steel spikes and all the steel you saw on my base was harvested out from underground. And that was a lot of work. I'm not sure if I want to go and show off, well, show my mines, because they're just, it's a clusterfuck. I found ore pockets and more ore pockets, and it's just uneven, it's easy to get lost, and so much of it is empty space now that it's almost not worth mining. But this is the outside. It has at least 3 rows of steel spikes all around. And I've wanted to mess around with doing some other stuff, but I decided not to. Now, because of a specific mechanic in the game, the only way into my base is this trapdoor. Now, this being that the trapdoor is in the ground and there is no door that leads in, the zombies actually attack the area evenly or pick a different point. If you just have a door at one point, the zombies will just try and attack it. And that's annoying as hell. The bad part about this is because of how the terrain is, I cannot get back up the second I take the first step down. I can probably fix that at a later date, but I don't want to. This is just miscellaneous ores and supplies and a bunch of stuff. This is really just clothes and good loot. And most of it is sold right now because I just went to the trader because day 77 and horde night and stuff. But the rest of this is self-explanatory. This is a room I finished just to house guns because spacing them was getting really annoying. Fun fact, this is probably one of the only pieces in this entire thing that has not been touched. These are original storage chests from way early on, day 1. Up here, which I've already shown, is just my farm on the roof. Honestly, I never use it for food anyway, but it's there. This is more or less designed to be a keep, and I haven't really decided on any kind of a top for it, like some building to finish it off. I mean, there's different ways you can build things in this game. I just haven't settled on a design, and it still needs some blocks torn out and etc. And that's obviously the Great Wall. It's to keep the zombies out and make 7 days or die great again. Because when you have zombies that are tearing into your base, you have a lot less time to build and collect resources, and it's a pain. Now, one test that's going to be fairly interesting is when the next Horde Night comes. I'm wondering if I gave enough spacing between my base and where they will spawn to see if they spawn on the other side of that wall. I'm hoping so, because I've generally seen them spawn in that area. But I might just leave one... I might just leave an opening over there or something, if it doesn't work. I've watched my spacing, so I'm pretty sure it will, just not 100%. I've explored pretty much 70% of this world. Not as in every single block, but I took a mini bike out to the edge of the world and did a full circle around it, just seeing what was there. Another fun fact, despite the fact that I went all the way around the world, I only found one missile silo. And it was like the last prefab I had not explored. And that was a lot of fun. I believe the missile silo, which I want to go do a video on a possible base, is somewhere up in this area. I believe... yeah. It's somewhere in there. But this base is mostly a heavily modified prefab that I found on day one. It's one of those cabins with the forge. I'm not sure what else I have to cover. At some point, I'm going to take a bunch of asphalt and make a more proper road going down there. I'm going to expand the wall all the way around here, make it out some, and just connect it all. I'm going to build some farms and some other stuff out here, and I've already been stockpiling fertilizer and things like that. And I think that's it for the tour. I'm not sure what else to add. Yeah, I think that'll just about do it. So, thanks for watching. I am more than happy to take any criticism, suggestions, or etc. for video ideas, or whatever you want to throw at me. No. If you like the kind of content I did, just tell me in the comments. I'm not going to bother with that shameless plugging of, like, comment, and subscribe. It just sort of seems wrong. Anyway, thanks for watching, and you have a wonderful day. Take it easy. Bye.